So this is the first little bit of solitude I've had on this trail. It's really swollen. We'll walk through the Vale tunnel, come out the other side. You can go all the way from beginning to end and make it a marathon. So that's kind of fun. Have a little creek time. Hey, good morning everybody. It's Randy back with Old Guy Hikes. Today is Saturday, July 6th, 2024. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning. I am in Lee's Summit, Missouri. I am on the Rock Island Trail. I started at the Hartman Park access point. I'm going to hike up to the Vale Tunnel. This is Rock Island Trail is a former railroad, so it's a Rails to Trails project in Lee's Summit. Actually, it continues on down by Pleasant Hill, Missouri, and continues on out into Missouri some too. And I'm not sure if they're connected or not, but this is just a wide rail bed turned into a trail, so it's really level, really easy hiking. This is going to be probably a 1 on my difficulty rating because it's just kind of a real easy hike. As you can see, it's a very popular biker trail. It's also a hiker trail. I am choosing this one today because, for one thing, it's been raining a ton here in the Kansas City area recently, so most of the trails in the Kansas City area are pretty muddy, and a lot of the trails close down when it's muddy, and they don't want people on them. So there's just not a lot of options for hiking right now. There are some I could have done, but I really wanted to throw in a nice, easy level 1 hike because I know a lot of people aren't always looking for the real difficult hikes, but want to find areas around that they can hike that's a little easier access. So this should be one of those, but it's also a very pretty area, very rural, even though it's in town. It does go through some residential areas. As you'll see, we're basically in people's backyards for part of it. It does go along a creek here in a while, I think Cedar Creek, and it does go through some woodsy areas. The weather's been really nice. It's super cool right now. It's probably about 65 degrees. The humidity's really low, might be 70 by now. So I was talking earlier about the Rock Island Trail. Actually, the northern end of it ends at the trailhead, I guess. It starts, if you want to go from the north side, it starts at the Chiefs parking lot for the Arrowhead Stadium, Truman Sports Complex. So it's quite a long ways. I think it's, don't quote me on this, I'll have to look it up. I will put the right thing on the screen here. I think it's 13 miles total, 13 and a half miles total, but I will put the correct number up on the screen here. So the further away I get from that Hartman Park, the traffic on the trail goes way down. But now we're getting some solitude, which I haven't had. Don't think there's anybody behind me either. Way back there. Way back in the back. You probably can't see them. There's somebody back there, and there's nobody in my view in the front of me. So this is the first little bit of solitude I've had on this trail. I'm actually going to go right under a highway. I don't know which highway it is. Oh, it says right there. I-470. So if you know the Kansas City area very well, you know I-470. Whatever creek we're going over here, this might be Cedar Creek, I'm not 100% sure. I know I saw on the map there was a Cedar Creek. It's really swollen. Shows you how much rain we've had here recently. I bet you normally that's not near as full as that is now. Yeah, we got a tree straight underneath us that looks like it probably got washed off the bank and washed down. Hey, thank you. Here. So evidently this is one of the parking lots that can be used. I think it's off 98th Street, I think it said. Looks like it's got bathrooms, or at least porta potties, and some parking. Okay, now we're coming up on the Vale Tunnel. This is a tunnel. It was an old railroad tunnel, I think. Pretty sure. I mean, this is an old railroad, so I'm sure this was a railroad tunnel. I looked on the map, it goes under Bannister Road. So if you know the Kansas City area again, you'll know where Bannister Road is, down by Raytown. Here's a little history on the Vale Tunnel. I will hold it on that for a minute and you can pause it and read about it if you would like. So we'll walk through the Vale Tunnel, come out the other side. Okay, so I exited the other end of the tunnel and turned around, coming back. I'm heading back south to Hartman Park now. Again, I think I already said at the very beginning of this trail, this is a 1 out of 5 on the difficulty rating. Nothing difficult at all about this trail. Just as, you know, you can make it as long as you want, basically. So you can go all the way from beginning to end and make it a marathon if you wanted. That'd be somewhere around 26 miles if you did the whole thing. But again, I'm just going to do about 7 miles of it total. Hello. Well, I found a little side trail that came off, and looks like maybe it goes down to the creek. So we're going to take this little side trail through the woods and see what kind of creek access there is down here. This is definitely a little more woodsy, more narrow, and I don't think there's going to be very many people down here. So this could be pretty cool. Just a little creek down here. You can see from the way the grass is all laid down that it flooded pretty good through here in the last rains. But right now it's just a nice little creek. So that's kind of fun. Have a little creek time. If you want to hang out at a creek. I don't know where the trail goes on across. It goes up little stairs over there, and I can see a bench, and I suppose the trail goes on somewhere, maybe to a trailhead down that way somewhere, but I am not going to get my feet wet today. But that's a nice little creek. So if you're looking for a place, I see all the time people posting on Facebook in the hiking pages looking for trails that are accessible to creeks, so you know they can take their dogs and their kids and whatnot and get in the water. So here's one. Start from the Hartman Park, go up maybe a mile, I don't know, something like that, and you'll come to a little trail crossing, and you can go down to the creek and get in the creek there. So I could see on the map that just a little ways past Hartman Park to the south on the trail went to Longview Road. It looked like it was only maybe another half mile down. So I continued on past Hartman Park where I started, went down to Longview Road there, and just turning around and going back. About half of the trail, maybe even more than half of the trail, south of Hartman Park is sidewalk, just like this. Still nice and wide, and still pretty green and all that, but it does go behind quite a few more houses this direction, so it's more residential. But anyway, I just thought I'd add that little extra mile or so on. So I'm about done with this hike. Walking back to the trailhead at Hartman Park where I started. Here's some of the houses over here that we walk behind. Anyway, I appreciate you coming along. This looks like it's going to end up being about 8.5 miles, something like that. Real easy, lots of fun, lots of people. But if you're looking for a nice easy hike and you're in the Lee's Summit area, or you can get to the Lee's Summit area pretty easily, this is a pretty nice option. So anyway, thanks for coming along today. I appreciate your viewership, and I hope to catch you out on the trail sometime. Bye bye.